my silence has always bothered people since I was a kid. Growing up, a lot of people said I was too quiet, too shy, bashful voice. A lot of people thought I was being secretive, and people thought something was wrong with me. You know, I never asked questions in elementary to middle school. I never talked about really anything with my friends. You know, if depending on the subject, even in a friend setting, I was never the first one to talk. It's always somebody says something to me and I rebuttal or I give my opinion on shit. But usually it's not until if I start the conversation or I leave it alone. And I went to the Boys and Girls Club about 10 or some years ago. And they gave me the quietest member award. I still have it in my 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 room in in my closet in a box somewhere. But my friends in elementary school, when I had first moved to the place where I used to live before I came here, they called me, a really like shy, quiet kid, and throughout my entire life, I've started to notice a pattern. The more I don't say anything, the more people have anxiety, fear, hatred, it's like people start to get a mental nervous breakdown as soon as I stop talking. And I've had this, this has always just been how I was since I was a kid. Like, as an adult, it started to now really manifest into its own. And I say this, man, people that talk a lot, people that are loud, they give too much of themselves. They don't know how to articulate themselves. They don't know when to shut up. These people have a lot to lose from a mental standpoint and just from a dialogue standpoint. Because if you talk so much like, as if I care, the quiet person, as soon as I may say one word, and it is usually one word, their self-esteem, their ego is deflated. And with me, I've always dealt with people that thought they were much smarter than me from a mental standpoint. I'm not one that just talks out of my ass for no reason. I have to analyze a nigga. I have to analyze my fucking environment. Because I've heard this saying, when y'all are in a room, the loudest that talks is the weakest. Niggas that be talking all that bullshit, all this hoopla, stuff that people like me really don't give a fuck about, these are actually the weakest individuals in society. And we live in a society that doesn't like people that are quiet like me. But that's perfectly fine, man. Because every time I speak, every time somebody listens to what I have to say, I notice I damage them internally and mentally, even spiritually. Because I'm not like the rest of these people that want you to just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. The second I don't say anything, it's like people are in an uproar. People cannot, no, people just cannot function if I don't say anything. And